Hello everyone, welcome to SQL Guide. Today I am going to show SQL Server Backup. Today we going to learn SQL Server Backup. Type of SQL Server Backups. Most common type of backups: full backup, differential backup, log backup, tail log backups. Other backup types: copy only backup, file backup, partial backup. What is full backup? A full database backup backs up the whole database. It means complete database backup. This includes part of the transaction log. Full backup is foundation for every other kind of backup, such as differential log backup. Backup database is the command used to create a full database backup. Full database backup represents the database at the time the backup finished. Let's connect with SQL Server to show full backup. You can see here example to take full database backup. Backup database, database name to disk with description, no format, init, skip, compression, stat. I am using media option here. No format. Preserve the existing media header. This is the default behavior. Init. Specify that all backup sets should be overwritten but preserve the media header. Skip. Disable the checking of backup state expression. And for monitoring, I am using stat to show the backup percentage complete, and backup set option for compression to compress the backup file. So you can see here full database backup command is backup database adventure work 2019 to disk. You have to disk where backup you want to take with description, no format, init, name, skip, compression, stat. So this is the complete full backup command. Let's run and see how it will perform. After running this, you can see the backup completed successfully, and this is the message. It's showing that it's complete successfully. Next, differential backup. What is differential backup? A differential backup captures only the data that has changed since that full backup. A differential backup captures only the data that has changed since last full backup. A differential backup is based on the most recent previous full data backup. Differential clause used to create a differential backup. Restore the most recent full backup followed by the most recent differential backup. Let's connect with SQL Server. I will show how to take differential backup. So this is the example which will help you to take a differential backup. I am just added with differential here. Backup database name to disk with differential. And it will take differential backup of the database. Let's run and see how it will work. You can see the backup database with differential successfully completed. Next, log backup. What is log backup? Backup the transaction log. Log backup record all transactions and the database modification made by each transaction. This backup type is possible only with full bulk recovery model. List one full backup need before you can create any log backup. It allows the database to be recovered to a specific point in time. The backup log command is used to backup the transaction log. Let's connect with SQL Server to show you how to take a log backup. How to take a transaction log backup. This example will help you to take a transaction log backup. You can give some media option also, like no format, init, name, skip. Backup log database name to disk where you want to take backup of transaction log, and you can give the name for that transaction log backup as a capital log database backup. So let's run and see how it look like. After running this, you can see the message saying that backup log completed successfully. Next, tail log backups. What is tail log backups? A tail log backup capture any log record that have not yet been backed up to prevent work loss and to keep the log chain intact. Before you can recover a SQL Server database, its latest point in time, you must back up the tail of its transaction log. If a database is offline and fail to start and you need to restore the database, first back up the tail of the log, because no transaction can occur at this time. Using the with no format is optional. On a damaged database, backing up the tail of the log can succeed only if the log file are undamaged. No recovery, continue after error, no truncate option you can use with tail log backup. Let's connect with SQL Server to show you how to take a tail log backup. So this is the command which help you to take a tail log backup. You have to use with no truncate to take the tail log backup. Backup log database name to disk. You have to give disk name with no truncate, and all this is a media option. Let's run and see how. First connect SQL Server. Okay, so this capital database, I am going to take a tail log backup of the capital database with no truncate option. Okay, let's run, see how it look like. You can see the tail log backup of capital database completed successfully. You can use no recovery option also, but be careful to running no recovery in production database, because database will go in restore status. So no recovery. I am going to take tail of the log backup with no recovery. I am going to add here. Okay, no recovery. See what happens if you are using no recovery option on tail log backup. See, the tail log backup completed successfully. I have used no recovery option. See the here database status now. It's went in restoring status. So be careful if you are taking no log backup with no recovery. Next, copy only backup. What is copy only backup? This option is specifically for creating an ad hoc backup that will not disturb the planned restore sequence for that database. The difference between copy only and full backup is that a copy only backup doesn't become a base for the next differential backup. Copy only backup applicable only to a full bulk recovery model. Let's connect with SQL Server to show you how to take a copy only backup. Connect SQL Server, and this example is to take the copy only backup database name to disk with copy only. This you need to be give option with copy only, then it will take the copy only backup of Adventure Work 2019 database. Let's see how after running the copy only backup completed successfully. So this example, to take a copy only database backup, you have to specify with copy only option to take the backup of the database. Next, file backup. File backup means you can take the file group backup or one or more files. A full file backup up all the data in a one or more files or a file groups. File backup SQL Server data file individually. A file or file group backup consists of backing of whole file group. File backup of read-only file group can be combined with partial backup. A file backup can serve as the differential base for a differential file backup. Using the file backup can increase the speed of a recovery by letting you restore only damaged file without restoring the rest of the database. What is partial backup? A partial backups are useful whenever you want to exclude read-only file group. If you want to not to take read-only file group backup, you can use a partial backup. All database recovery model support in partial backup. The read-write file groups option is used with the backup database command to take the partial backup. A partial backup are not supported by SQL Server Management Studio or Maintenance Plan Wizard. So you have to take partial backup from Query Analyzer. Let's connect with SQL Server to show you file and partial backup. How to take a file backup and partial backup. Connect to SQL Server. I am connecting one of the SQL Server. I have this database backup for test, and you can see files. I have secondary file also here. Okay, and file group. You can see I have a secondary file group. Okay, so let's create a table on a secondary file group. Let's connect SQL Server. Okay, create a table on, select the database name here, backup forest. Okay, backup for test. Okay, run it, completed. Now create another table B. On I am creating table on secondary file group. Okay, let's insert some data on table A. Okay, I have inserted. Let's insert some data on B, table B. Okay, so you can see here I can fetch the record also now. Okay, yeah, data is there. Okay, refresh it and see. I can fetch the record from table B and table A. Now I am going to take a partial backup. Okay, let's first change to recovery to a sample. Let's change. Okay, let's make file group secondary is a read only. Okay, it's fine. You can verify, connect server here. Okay, go to database backup for test and see the file group status. Now file group, you can see read only, file group is in read only status. Okay, now I am going to take a partial backup of a database. Let's run. You can see partial database backup completed successfully, but you can see here file first is backup, which is MDF, and second log file is backup, but read only file not backed. Okay, let's test it. Okay, I am going to restore that partial backup where read only file group are excluded. So let's see. I am going to restore database. Okay, as backup for test underscore pr. Okay, and with move backup for test 1 and backup for test log, because it taken read write file group only. Once again you can connect and see here, see the backup for test have secondary file group also, but partial backup has not taken this file backup. So when I am restoring, I am using first MDF file and transaction log backup here. Let's see how it's work. Okay, see here, restore completed successfully for a partial backup which read only file group excluded. So you can see log and read write file group and log backup restored successfully. Let's connect with SQL Server now and refresh it. You can see backup for test are restored successfully, and you can see which table created in secondary group also created here. But let's select data and see, you received error saying that the query processor is unable to produce a plan for the table view table A because the table reside in a file group is not a online. Okay, so this is the benefit of a partial backup. You can avoid to take a read only file group. Now I am going to show how to take a file label backup, how to take a file backup. So I have a one MDF file, one have secondary file name for test 2. I am going to take this file. So I am going to take file backups. For example, connect. I am going to take file backup or backup underscore for test database. Go to properties and files. You can see I have two files, MDF and LDF. Let's backup these files. Backup database, backup for test, file and file name to disk this. Let's run it and see. You can see here backup of files are completed. Backup one MDF file, one is secondary file and a log file. Now I am going to take a file group backup. So how to take file group? Let's take first database. backup for test, go to properties and file group. See here I have primary and secondary file group. I am going to take backup of primary and secondary both file group. I am going to take backup. Okay, let's run it and see how it's work. See here I have taken the backup of file group primary and secondary also. Okay, now I want to I don't want to take a primary file group backup because it is in a 1 TB and a 2 TB size. So I want to take only secondary file group backup. It's only 100 GB and 200 GB, or it could be a faster. So I am going to exclude here primary file group. Okay. Now I am going to take only secondary file group backup. Let's see it how it will work. Yeah, I have taken only secondary file group backup. Secondary file group means in this backup. Secondary file group. So this is the example of taking file label backup and file group backup. So thanks for watching SQL guide. Please share, subscribe and like.